everyone, so here's a redesign I did on one of my regulars the other day. When I say the other day, it's over a week ago, so I will write everything that I used in the description below because I honestly can't remember the names of half of it. So I've done my usual prep. I've filed down to a very thin clear base. I've done all my prep of the natural nail. I've dehydrated and primed, and I'm coming in first of all with a thin clear base. And on this nail I'm going to do full colour. So I'm using this blue coloured acrylic. I cannot remember who it's by or the name, so I will put that below for you. So I'm starting at the cuticle area, getting that nice cuticle area, and then I'm going to pat and pull forward. So I want to create quite a nice thin base. I'm not using this for structure, so I'm wanting to pat and pull a really nice thin layer. You can also kind of almost paint it on, but all I want is just that colour. When I'm happy with that, I'm going to come in with my crystal glass, turning around that cuticle area and then patting and pulling. That's because I'm pretty sure this colour isn't a CJP, so I wanted to cap it in clear for the strength. Also, even when I use a strength colour powder, a lot of the time I'll do it like this because I want to save my colour powder and I'd rather just cap it in clear. Then onto the ring finger. And for this I'm just putting down a base of Amor. And I'm wanting to create a nice colour base, because I'm then going to put some comic dots on it. So then putting them all by the tip and just kind of blending up, just so there's a relatively solid colour. Obviously I'm going to put dots on, so if there's a few bits that are a little opaque, I can just make sure the dots go over that. And then I'm just using my wet brush to pick up the dots, so no acrylic bead or anything, just a wet brush into the pot, picking up dots and just randomly patting over the nail. Make sure you pat them nice and flat so there's none sticking up. And then I'm going to cap that nail in crystal glass again. And then on this nail I'm going to do an ombre. So I'm going to start with that blue colour at the tip. I'm going to push it either side and then I'm going to blend up. So I'm not putting a clear base on because the Amor that I'm blending down with is a strength powder and isn't going to dye the natural nail, stain it should I say. Placing that Amor at that cuticle area. And then blending down. So you want to make sure you get a nice deep lighter colour when you're blending on top of a dark colour, because that can be a bit tricky. And then again, wet brush, no acrylic, I'm just popping on a few dots. And then I'm placing that bead of clear acrylic from the cuticle area and pulling the patting down to cap that entire nail. And then on the index finger, I'm coming in again with a full colour nail. So starting at that cuticle area, make sure I blend back and get nice and close to that cuticle area. And then patting, pulling down, keeping it nice and thin. Rogue dot there trying to join in. And again, I will cap this in crystal glass. And then I filed those all into shape, and then I'm going to pop my usual LED top coat from CJP on, apart from this one nail, which I'm going to put the CJP matte top coat on. And I'm going to pop that in my LED lamp for 60 seconds. And here I have the Shimmer Pigment. I'm pretty sure it's Luna. It's Luna or Nebula, but I can't remember which one I used. I will check. And then, like a really dapsy cow, I'm going to try and rub it into my matte top coat, which was wrong. So instead, I'm going to rub it into my tack-free shiny top coat. I was really tired. And I'm going to use my pigment brush just to get rid of that excess pigment. And then I'm going to pop a second layer of top coat on in a minute, making sure I'm removing the pigment that I put on the wrong nail. We all make mistakes. So I'm putting a coat of top coat on. I'm going to put that in the lamp for a 30-second LED cure, and then coming out, and second coat, and that is a 60-second full cure. And when they're all cooled down, I'm going to pop a little bit of cuticle oil on them. And remember, get your ladies to wash their hands and thoroughly dry them to make sure that matte top coat goes nice and matte again, ready for some pictures. So there we have it, guys. So I hope you've enjoyed those. Sorry I can't tell you anything, but if you look in the description box below, you'll be able to see everything I used. Thank you so much for tuning in. Any questions, comments, requests, just pop them below. See you again soon. Bye.